What's going on, guys? My name is Joseph and I am a fellow creative on a mission here to help you unleash your creativity fast without all the trash. But this one's gonna be a little bit different because I'm going to buy things alongside you that I've done research on, but there's other stuff that I can give my seal of approval on. So here we go. All right, where is this mess? And one of my favorites, it is the USB-C battery. So these are from Newer, obviously USB-C up here at the top. It is so nice to be able to charge these without having to bring out a whole bulky little charger. But I can't speak for other brands because I have only tried this Sony one, but currently this does not give you any kind of error code whenever you are putting it into your camera. You know, some of them say, hey, I can't guarantee the battery or something like that, and you just hit okay anyway. Yeah, this thing doesn't give you that, which is nice. Truth be told, I haven't really noticed a single difference in how these last in comparison to all the other Sony batteries I have, so that's also a plus. And they're significantly cheaper. These, I'm a fan. All right, here is the next one. It is a battery charger by Llano. That's how you'd pronounce it if it was in Spanish. Which means no more, by the way, which is a really good segue because I'll be honest, I got hustled on this thing. But we'll get to that in a second. This right here is a battery charger. It has a little button to tell you what the percentage is on each battery, which is kind of cool too. It charges by USB-C, which is really nice as well. Has a little spot for a backup SD card, just like you put money in your socks like Malibu's Most Wanted.
If you jacked it, how come you got a receipt? I stole that too.
That's what you got right there with the memory card. And it just makes sure that your batteries are not just flying around in your bag, which is kind of nice. This is where I got hustled, everybody. You see, I saw several videos and maybe I misunderstood and people were saying that you could use the batteries that are in here to charge something else. And when I tried it, it didn't work. And sure enough, Joseph's an idiot. And I realized that there are different versions of this. I apparently got the older version. There is a newer version that has an in and an out on the USB-C so that you can actually charge things, but the case itself also is a battery and then it also charges it as well. So this specific one that I'm talking about, don't get this one. This thing is whack. This was an expensive battery holder, but the new one, that would be good to get. So I'll make sure to update you with the right links down below. Now we are in the app section, okay? Look, whenever you're shooting cars, we typically don't have the ability to shut down an entire street and we can't like fly like 20 by 20 foot grids. Whatever street lights we have, we gotta do that. So we gotta make those lights work for us. This app, it's called the Kelvin meter. This will do just that. It will make any light work for you. So all you gotta do is open the app, point it at something white, and then it's going to tell you the color temperature that you need to change your white balance on your camera to get it to look perfectly white. Now you may still have to adjust the tint in post, but that's a different story. Make sure that you're pointing at where the subject is, not where the camera is, because those will probably be different numbers. An even better combo is to buy one of those white/gray card looking thingies, the ones that like flop out, you know what I'm talking about? Like the sun visor, the sun visor thing. That I was the guy that took like 20 minutes to put that thing back in. But I would like to say that I've grown up, man. I can knock it out in like 10 minutes now, you know? Those things are so convenient. The white is for the white balance and then the gray card is for exposure. So that is a 2-in-1, but the other app that we're talking about is Sunseeker. You have probably heard about it before. It literally just tells you where the sun is going to be. If you wanna go to a location shoot, you wanna be really prepared for your next car shoot, you're just gonna point it around and basically just go ahead and see where the sun is going to be so you can get those juicy flares. I'll be honest, I haven't purchased it yet, but I have used it multiple times and it is convenient. I just haven't bought it yet, so, you know. There's that. Now we got the hardware section, baby. I am so stoked about this one. Buckle up for safety, everybody. If you want to take some sick photo or video of some rolling shots, or if you want to shoot horizontally and vertically without changing your composition, or if you want a fast way to jump from tripod to gimbal or to being hands-free or to handheld, or if you're tired of screwing in lights and base plates and screws, I got the solution for all of that. And that is Falcam. So I'll be sprinkling some of their products throughout this video, but let me show you a few things so you can truly understand the value. In order to explain this better, Falcam did hook me up with some stuff, so if you want to check them out, feel free to check out the link in the description. But I also have a surprise for you guys that I don't believe I have seen any other YouTuber do in all of my research on this stuff. So let me break it down so it's really easy to digest. Long story short, Falcam has just created a quick release system for your camera plates, your accessories, or even smaller camera bodies. They could be arms, they could be collapsible cages, camera base plates, and significantly more. Pretty much anything that has a screw on it, you can mount it. You may be thinking, cool, Joseph, now what's the big deal? As you start growing as a photographer and a filmmaker, you will start to realize how tedious it is to literally move something from a tripod, move it to a gimbal, and then like GoPro mounts, and you have action cameras. It is such a pain in the butt. That is where this stuff comes in. If you're shooting cars, this is what you need. Bro, a suction cup will go a long way. I had to do a live recording and I wanted to get kind of like a drum overhead back kind of cam type of thing. I suction cup mounted this thing onto the wall and then got this control arm that is F22, stuck that bad boy on here, and then anything else that was F22 can go on here. So I just put a DJI Osmo, which is right now recording me overhead. Or you can get a suction cup and you can stick it onto a car, get some sick rollers or even some interior shots. But this is the thing that is so sick about Falcam. Let's say that you don't want to buy the Falcam suction cup, which is perfectly fine. Let's say you buy another one, right? What you can do is you can literally just screw on one of these F22 plates and stick it onto the suction cup with like a screw, like a thread on it, and you have a quick release already. Like, you can literally buy everything from Falcam if you want, or you can buy other stuff from other companies, and then you can put the different plates onto it as well, and then you got quick releases. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but that's what I did on multiple things that I have in here. This is insanely convenient. This overhead cam that is right here is actually on a quick release system, so I just took it off, right? And just like that, we put it back. I actually have this mic on one of those quick releases as well. Pretty much anything you can think of to mount it, you can do that. Let me go grab this. This is a good one, everybody. I bought these a while back, and if there's anything you take from this video, USB-C is the way to be. See what I did there? You see, the reason why it's funny is because it's C and the letter B. Now those letters, this is one of the first microphones that I bought, and this microphone has that weird micro USB crap. I hated having all these multiple cables. These things are little adapters. Instead of having to buy a whole nother cable, you can actually just pop this one in. So this one literally just lives on this microphone, and now it is USB-C. So now I'm pretty much just carrying around all USB-C cables everywhere that I go. USB-A to USB-C, you got lightning to USB-C, and then like the other way around as well. The only thing that I will say about those is that sometimes it does get a little finicky and you may have to disconnect it and connect it back just so it actually registers. I don't know why it does that, but fair warning, but hey, they're cheap accessories. What do you expect? It doesn't matter what it is, these will save your life. That was a little extra, but they ain't gonna save your life, but it might make it a little easier, you know? Next thing, this is so random, but I suggest you get it. Get one of those battery charger things over there, whether it's AA or AAA. They have like some that it comes with the charger as well as the batteries themselves. Dude, it's a no-brainer. There's a lot of accessories that are out there that you will need batteries for. Take the time. I think I bought those for like 20 bucks and it came with all the batteries as well. So yes, having some AA's and AAA's on standby, that's the sauce right there. But if that happens, let me help you in what I like to call Cable Planet. Have you ever randomly had those power things that are these like DC kind of adapters? And it's such a pain because when you lose it, it's gone. Then you never know where to find those because they're not as common as USB-C. Well, this is something that I plan on buying and maybe you should too. This is a DC adapter that changes anything into USB-C, and it even has like a little controller on it so you can adjust what the voltage is on each one of those because they're all a little different. And it comes with a whole bunch of different heads for you to change them out on. So I plan on getting some of those because I hate walking around with this crap. This is annoying. Let's throw that trash away, shall we? But what you need is 2 cables to rule them all. That's like a Lord of the Rings reference. Yeah, I'm a geek too, you know. Now, like I said before, I've been using more of these adapters rather than actual cables, but if you want to actually have cables and not just these little adapters lying around, you can get like a multi-USB-C to all the other cables. Might as well have one cable to handle it all. Now, this is just my 2 cents, but I suggest whenever you buy these multi-cables, this is literally just as a transitionary period until you get everything to move to USB-C. There's only so much a multi-use cable can do in comparison to a USB-C cable that is made just to be USB-C. There's different wattages. There's also stuff that is more data driven rather than just power driven. There's a lot of little things. So what I suggest is if you are going to get one of these, do it just as a transitionary period and then start investing in good USB-C cables that can pretty much do it all. And by that, I mean, get you something that can move like 4K 60, like in terms of display, something that has at least 100 watts capable so you can use that same cable not only for your phone, but also for like your laptop, for example. But that's for another video. Let's say you're on a car shoot and then you don't have a tripod that has a ball head. You can actually get your hands on one of these, which this right here rotates the entire camera from horizontal all the way into vertical. Now, I'll be honest, Joseph is an idiot and he ordered the wrong size, so I couldn't even try it out, but I have seen multiple videos on it and it is so sick to where the camera doesn't change perspectives. Because if it's on a ball head, it will actually move the entire camera this way, right? But on this thing, it stays right here, right where it needs to be, and then it just rotates right there. That's it. It's just that easy. That's what you do. Just go back and forth. Really sick. It's F22, F38, F50 horizontal, vertical, quick release, circular, half cage, 83mm manual. Let me know if you guys have an 83mm or something like that, and I'll send this to somebody. All right, now let's get into the most unsexy thing, but you need it. They're called memory cards, baby. All these, look at this. Man, I feel like I'm rich right now. Look at that. I'm just kidding, like half of these are my friends. There are several different types of memory cards. You have stuff that is V90, you have V60, V30, that's more in like the video realm. Then you have stuff that writes a little bit faster. You have different storage sizes. There's tons of them. I suggest you do your own research on what you need. However, what I do want to talk about is a brand. Now look, whenever I can save money, I do it. I've used ProGrade, I have used SanDisk, I have used these Pro Masters, I've used a whole bunch of different memory cards. But of all of these, I suggest Lexar. Now, Lexar has been my go-to memory card, not sponsored at all, but I really do like these because they are cheaper. Let me hit you with some numbers. Check this out. Look, ProGrades go for like $100. Then you have Sony Tough cards that go for $158, SanDisk for $109, and then Lexar go for $94, and you're still getting the same or sometimes even better specs than the other ones. Now that's a bargain, right? I have had zero issues. They've never gone corrupt on me, not a single time. Better pizza, better ingredients.
Better bitches, better money, my clothes better.
All right, cool. Every car guy needs a tool section, and if you're a shooter of cars as well, you need some tools, baby. Number one, small rig multi-tool. You never know when you'll need it, or whenever you have that Mexican TSA agent that was really mean to you and she was telling you, no, hijo, tú no te lo puedes llevar, and I'm just like, hey girl, that's my camera. They're expensive and they're indispensable. I bought like 2 of these whenever I got back from Mexico after she took them away from me. You got Phillips, you got Hex, you got multiple Allen keys, and you got a flathead. Whether you're using these for like camera plates or accessories or car mounts or anything like that, or even let's talk about propellers, which gets us into our next tool, which is not this one. It's a different one. This is the tool right here. You see, I stripped my drone propeller screws when I was trying to take it off because I actually threw away the original screwdriver that came with the drone because I was like, surely this is very common. Yeah, right. I bought like 3 different tools and I couldn't figure it out until I got this thing. Obviously, it's electronic. Also, it has 2 different power modes. Next thing, charged by USB-C. That is nice to have, but this is the best part. It comes with all these different bits here, and guess what? One of them is the drone propeller screw that I already stripped. So very convenient to have, not only for like glasses or even small accessories, but even just using them like around here whenever you're like rigging things or anything like that. These are really convenient. I don't suggest using these fully on plates. I think you should hit it with the small rig, little tool, and then like hand crank it to really tighten it down. But to get this 80% of the way there, this thing will get you there, and this is really convenient. I think I paid like 18 bucks for it whenever this came out. And it also has an auto turn off feature. Since I bought it, I don't even think I've charged it, so yes. Now this next one is not a sexy purchase at all. It's actually like really boring and really geeky, but if you don't want people stealing your memory cards, stealing your batteries, or maybe even your camera, or you want to put on your lenses, or even like organize things, this is what you need. I know this looked like a calculator like TAI 89 that was like you were playing Bob the Builder block dude thing, but no, this right here is a label maker, baby, and this thing is gonna change your life. That's also a reach. Really simple, you just type on it, you hit the go button, and then you print it. Has a built-in scissor thing, you click this button, and then it has a sticker, you peel it off and you put it wherever you want. Put this ish on your batteries, so that the day of tomorrow, whenever you go shooting or something, and then you borrow batteries or you're hanging out with a lot of other shooters or whatever, you wanna make sure that you have your own batteries, okay? Is everybody else gonna have USB-C? No, but you are, you know what I'm saying? So put these on your batteries. You can also put them on your lenses. That's where I've used them. I also put them on my charging wall to make sure to organize all of my cables just so I know where everything is at. It's really convenient, bro. If it was up to me, I would make it sound like an infomercial. Put it on your cable wall. Put it on your batteries. Put it on your car. You know, the car part, you might want to do that because that adds 10 horsepower. Every sticker definitely does that. I know that's a fact. And here's the next part of this combo that you need. Pouches, everybody. Pouches will save your life. The moment that you start gathering more and more cables, all those accessories that you buy, everything comes with a USB-A or USB-C, all this stuff. This is so convenient to have, and you can separate them out. I actually have 2 of them. In hindsight, I should have gotten 2 different colors because I still get confused at times. This one right here is all of those weird cables, like your micro USB, your like SSD stuff, the weird micro that we were talking about, maybe some lightning cables, and just like the weird crap goes in here. This is rarely used because I bought all those adapters. And then this bad boy right here is the one that is used most of the time. You got USB-A to USB-C, C to C, all that kind of good stuff. This one gets used all the time. Also, I would like to point out that I did not buy the majority of these cables. All of these cables are just things that I have gathered over time whenever I've bought like cameras or computers or anything else. And so anyway, just start collecting them, save them somewhere, and you will get a big collection. And you'll never have to buy cables again. Oh, forgot. Now this is the last one of this combo, and bro, when I didn't believe everybody, but this is a really big deal. Cable ties. Stop, no, don't go forward, bro. This is a real thing, man. Go online, you can buy them for like, I don't know, $5, $8 for like a pack of, I don't know, 20, 50, 100, I don't know. They're cheap, dude. These things, man, you will get so organized. Look at that charging wall up there. Don't you want to have nice cables? Look, clean cables, clean life, happy life. Oh man, I should put that on a t-shirt. Wrap anything and everything. It looks so much cleaner, keeps things tidy, and dude, all right. You have probably seen so many different plates on how to mount your camera on a tripod or to anything for that matter, and you have no idea which one to pick. Let me tell you, I have switched like 3 or 4 different times, and if I could go back in time, I would have just gone with what I'm about to tell you right now. Falcam F38 quick release plates. F38 is for lighter mirrorless camera type of rigs. If you already have Arca Swiss type of stuff, this F38 fits on those plates. Manfrotto plates only go to Manfrotto. Arca Swiss plates only go to Arca Swiss. But to take it a step further, let's say you already bought like a Peak Design strap or like you have those little plates or whatever it is, F38 fits that as well. And the other thing that's sick about this is that some of these can even cross connect. So on the bottom of certain plates and cages, you actually see it'll say like F22 compatible or F38 or even F50 compatible, which is sick. It's like a little Lego that can just transform into whatever you need. Imagine if we can put these kinds of plates literally everywhere. What if we stuck these on our light stands so we can just throw a light on there at any given time without having to screw it in? Or you can mount things that need power without running a cable, and you can run like a battery plate to it. How could I forget? I gotta throw this in there. Get this little baby tripod that I bought. I think it's only like 20 bucks. It is a built-in legs on the tripod, built-in ball head, built-in screw, built-in phone mount. It extends up to like 4 feet or something like that. I don't know how this thing was so cheap. The reason why that is so important is because I actually put some of the Falcam like base plates onto this tripod. I use that so that every single plate that I have can talk to each other. All mirrorless cameras have a base plate, and all like accessory stuff have a base plate, and they all match together. That tripod is legit. I wouldn't put a heavy camera on it at its highest setting, maybe on a lower setting to where it's a little more stable, you'll be set. But that tripod is legit. You should get your hands on one of those. So dope. I bought 2 of those because of how much I liked it. This is what I like to call the fun section. Now, the first one that I'm about to tell you about, I have not purchased it yet, but I did use it on a photo shoot when I was in Oregon, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. This one is by Ulanzi. I think there was another brand as well. I believe there is a price difference, but there are some different features. I'll be sure to put those in a link in the description as well. Portable hazers. Big hazers are really expensive, so this is a really affordable option, and it fits in your bag. I don't know about the whole thing that other YouTubers say about hazing an entire room with one of these. No, that's just me. Maybe you can get by with it, but all right, I have used real hazers like at church and different events and stuff like that, so I know what a real hazer is supposed to do. I think that they're just good for maybe like closer up kind of shots because this stuff kind of dissipates pretty fast, but if you throw a fan on the back of it and then you just spray it as well, it actually does give you a pretty decent amount of haze. So I already put that in my cart. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Ulanzi one also has like a remote control so that you can put it somewhere and then just trigger remotely. I wish I would have known that when I used it on the shoot. Imagine pairing the portable hazer along with this next one, which is the macro adapter. I talked about it in my last video. If you haven't seen it, feel free to go and check that out. A macro adapter is so awesome. I think it's only like 30 bucks. You literally put it on the back of any lens that you have and it turns it into a macro lens. Imagine putting some haze as well as like your macro adapter on your lens and taking a really nice shot of like the push to start button, or maybe even like a gear shift, or maybe even a logo. Yes, heat, baby. Hear me out, man. I don't get sold easily, so let me hit you with my 90% love for this system and my 10% hate. Obviously, the 90% is all the stuff that I already talked about. It is convenient because it can connect to anything and anywhere as long as you have the base plates for it. You can also match it up with like Arca Swiss compatible, built-in compatible with like DJI, like they have some of those plates already that are made. You also have stuff like from Peak Design that you can just slide in these regular plates. Like there's a lot of convenience and thought went into making these things. Now here's the 10% part that kind of rubs me the wrong way. This system is a little bit more expensive than their counterparts. For example, from Falcam, you can get a clamp and I think it's like 20 some odd bucks. But if you go to small rig, you can get the clamp as well as a control arm all together for like maybe like $2 extra, right? You obviously know now because I broke it down for you, but it is a little challenging to understand how it all works. You kind of got to get your hands on it to really kind of see how all these things function together. But I decided to make things easier for you guys. If you click the link in the description, I made you guys pack packages so that you guys can know what to purchase that goes together so you know what you need. There's even extra stuff that isn't from Falcam that you will need, which are little threads that what screws you're going to need additionally that they don't send you. If you want to know what you need for like a car rig with an action cam or an Osmo or your mirrorless camera, I got you covered. If you just want to switch out your tripod base plates for something that is quick release across all of your bodies, I have those packages listed down there as well. Or if you just want to know about the gimbal stuff, or maybe you just want something to be able to put all the accessories on, like the side handles or this or that, I will put all that in the description below so that you can know exactly what to buy and you don't have to go through the headache of doing all the research. Check out those links in the description. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Keyboard King. I'll be more than happy to respond. If you guys need feedback, you need help on the camera, anything at all, I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. So anyway, that is it, and I'll catch you in the next one. You know, in my research for all this stuff, I realized that all my white friends out there were like showing all these gifts, and these gifts that they were talking about, for some reason, they were all like, you ever notice that like white people fun is like survival stuff? He was talking about paracords and all this stuff. I said, golly, bro, what you gonna do? Jump out of a plane? I love my white friends. I just want to point that out to everybody.